Hello, welcome to Pre-Technical Mathematics. This video lecture is on Relations and Functions, Chapter 4, Section 1. At any time, pause or stop the video to examine the material more clearly. Let's start with talking about a function. A function is the variable y is a function of x. If a relation between x and y produces exactly one value of y for each value of x. So you can look at this, why this is a function. If we have x and y, and if we put in one value of x, we'd have 7 times 1 minus 2, and y would be 5. So it's saying it's a function if there is exactly one value of y for each value of x. So no matter what we put in as x, there would be only one value of y. Now the notation. This reads function of x. This is how it's written. And then this is the equation. If we were to write the function of 4, instead of the x, you would substitute the 4 in for the x, and you'd get the new equation. So for 4, this is what y equals. Okay, let's see if we can get started with a problem. Okay. The function of 2 equals 3x minus 2. So we put in the value of 2 minus 2. 6 minus 2 is 4. All right. Let's keep going. Okay. The function of b for 3x minus 2. All right. Now we don't have a number. But we still put in that value b. So that is the answer. I think you've got the hang of it. Try this for the function 3x minus 2. Check your answers under the course information. Okay, now we've got g of x equals x squared minus 5x. It's the same thing. You'd put in negative 3 squared minus 5 times negative 3. Okay, so we have negative 3 squared should be 9 minus, or we could say a negative 5 times a negative 3 is positive 15. So we have 9 plus 15 equals 24. Okay, let's go on to the next problem. Okay, this gets a little trickier. G of 3 minus t for x squared minus 5x. So we do the same thing. We have x squared. So we have 3 minus t squared minus 5 times 3 minus t. Okay, now you know this as 3 minus t times 3 minus t. So that will come out a trinomial. It will be 9 minus 6t plus t squared. Alright, now we have to distribute the monomial. So we have negative 5 times 3 is negative 15, and negative 5 times negative t is a positive 5t. Okay, now we combine like terms. So we have the t squared, let's write it in standard format, t squared. Now we have negative 6t and 5t. That would give us negative t. And then we have 9 minus 15 would give us negative 6. Alright, so our answer is in trinomial format. Here's another one for you. Same thing as we just did. Try it. Okay, now we're getting into division, but it's still the same thing as we've been doing. We take the function of x as 2, so we have 2 minus 2 over 2 squared plus 2. So we get 0 on top, trouble, and 6 on the bottom. 0 divided by anything is still 0. Okay. Now you try it again. It's the same function, 2 minus x over x squared plus 2, but you're going to put in 2x. Here's one more. This should be pretty familiar. It's to change centigrade into Fahrenheit. So 98.6, we put 5/9 of 98.6 minus 32. So that would be 5/9 of 66.6, right? Okay, and 5/9 of that should equal approximately 37. So it's 37 degrees centigrade. Okay, here's a function that gives you both an x and a y value. This is an ordered pair. The first one is always x, the second one is y. So let's put it into our function. 3 times 0 minus 2 times 1 plus 4. So we have, this drops out, so we have negative 2 plus 4 would give us 2. Alright, I'm going to give you one to try. Remember, the first value is x, and the second value in the ordered pair is negative 2. Okay, this is our last problem for this section. Word problem. The distance s that a free-falling object travels is a function of the time. So it's a function of the time since it started falling, where s is measured in meters and t in seconds. So that's s meters and t seconds. A. How far will an object fall in 1 second? How far will it fall in 2 and in 5? Alright. This is our function, 4.91 t squared. Let's try it for 1 second. So we have 4.91 times 1 squared should give us 4.91, and we said it was in meters. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. Now we do the same thing for 2 seconds. 4.91 times 2 squared should give us 19.64 meters. And now we can do it for any time, right? Because we know that this is saying the function of time equals 4.91 t squared. So it gives us our last one at 5 seconds. 4.91 times 5 squared equals about 122.75 meters. So now, in this word problem, you realize what functions are used for. You set up the equation as the function, and then you should be able to substitute in for the variable. Okay, very good. This is the end of the lecture.